All right, so in this video introduction, I'm going to go over what we'll be doing in lesson 19. This is a lesson that is planned to cover 2 class periods to get you ready for the summative assessment that's coming up soon. All right, so lesson 19, again, we'll be preparing for the summative assessment number 1 that's coming up shortly. Objectives, make sure that your notes are complete. If you've been coming to school every day and taking the notes that I ask you to take in class, then you should be good. If you've missed any days or if you haven't taken all the notes, you're going to need to check with one of your classmates and make sure that your notes are complete and in written form in either the notebook that I provided you with or your own notebook. Next objective is to watch adding and using the German keyboard number 2 video. This is a video that I put together. It's number 2 because I'd given you guys one last week, but I went back and redid it. Hopefully this video is a little bit easier to follow and understand. And then add the German keyboard to the Chromebook that you are using for the day. Next, type your notes in a Google document. So I'd like everybody to take the notes that you have in written form and type them up into a Google document. Watch and review the German cultural presentation video that I've put together. If you were here the day that I gave that presentation up at the front of the class and you were paying attention, you took the notes that were the assignment for the 2 days that that presentation covered, then you may be good, but if you weren't here or you maybe weren't paying close attention, or even if you were, you might want to go and review that video. I've gone through the presentation, pretty much the same that I did previously in class for you. You'll want to make sure that you know the information that's in that presentation because there will be questions on the test that come from that presentation. Complete your Duolingo assignment, which is the basics, lessons 1 through 3. About half the students in every class have made it through that assignment, which I've just assigned to you in Duolingo. If you have not yet made it through that, please get through that before our test. Even if you've already been through it, you may want to go back and review. Practice the Nouns 1 vocabulary deck on Tiny Cards. Tiny Cards is something that Duolingo makes available. I've created a vocabulary deck of the vocabulary that you will need to know for the upcoming assessment that comes straight out of the basics lessons 1 through 3. And then take the summative assessment number 1 practice test. I've put together a practice test that has some test items that come directly from the test for you to practice. As far as your notes go, you may only use written notes on the test. I will not allow digital notes. So while I'm asking you to type your notes up in a Google document, that is just for practice and for your own reference, but you will not be able to use those on the test. Again, you are encouraged to type up your notes in a Google document in order to practice typing using a German keyboard. So you'll need to make sure that you've installed the German keyboard before that and that you know how to use it. On the test, you will be asked to type some of those very same words, sentences, and phrases that are in your notes. So that's why I'm encouraging you to practice typing those. If you are missing notes for whatever reason, please get those notes from a student who has them in their notebook. Once again, summative assessment number 1. The entire assessment is going to be completed on Google Forms. The test items on the practice test were taken directly from the actual assessment. But I want to get you comfortable with those test items. There will be more of those item types on the test, but this is an opportunity for you to get an introduction to the test and get a preview of some of the actual questions that are on there. There are 2 parts to the assessment. One will be covering the standard of interpretive communication. The other one, cultural knowledge and understanding. The cultural knowledge and understanding questions, again, come directly from that presentation. The dates of the test. For A-Day students, it will be Monday, October 30th. And for B-Day students, it will be this Friday, October 27th. You are strongly encouraged to bring your own headphones or earbuds for the test. There are audio portions of the test, and it would be great if all students were able to listen to that audio on their own. And cell phones are strictly forbidden on the day of the test, so please just leave your cell phone in your locker if you're not comfortable with that. Make sure that it does not come out during the test. If I see cell phones during the test, your test will be taken and you'll be given a score of a 0 on the test. So please, again, do not bring your cell phones to class on that day, or make sure that I don't see them. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. This presentation itself, not in video form, but just in presentation form, will also be attached to Google Classroom. Let me go back here to the objectives. These objectives, basically in the same order, are all going to be posted to the same assignment in Google Classroom. I encourage you to go through them in this order, but there could be reason to skip around a little bit, and I'd like to give you that freedom as well. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.